It doesn't matter where you're from or who you are. You've probably asked yourself this question at least once before. How do I build my confidence? In today's episode of Chronicles of a Female Engineer, I'll take you through a number of exercises that are required to get you building your confidence immediately. The first one is to master the inner game. I have a whole episode on the importance of your mindset. The negative voices that you can hear that stop you from taking action, that fear feeling small or being found out for not knowing your stuff. It's important to master that inner critic. Be aware of it, catch it as it happens, and cancel it and challenge your mind. Is this really real? Is the fear that I'm experiencing real? What's the worst that could actually happen? Challenge your mind and choose to tell yourself a new story. I always believe that we've got choices. You've always got a choice of what meaning you decide to give to something. Give it a meaning that empowers you. Give it a meaning that allows you to move forward and take action. And remember, as you identify what you're wanting, make sure you focus on what you do want, not what you don't want. This makes all the difference. Your brain is like a magnet and it will focus and draw towards it what you think of. So think of what you want. Think of what you want to happen, the result, the desired result, not the undesirable. The next one is preparation. Preparation is your friend. Preparation will make you feel like you've got it, like everything is possible, and at least you know your stuff. That's the first part. Confidence in your message, confidence in the data, confidence in the proposal and the objectives and the desired outcomes. This also includes physical preparation. So not only reading it in your mind and thinking that you know it, practice. Go in front of a mirror and talk. Imagine that you're in a meeting, that you're in the boardroom, that you're in a discussion with your line manager, with your peers, with business or external stakeholders. Think about how the discussion could go. And how are you going to influence that result? Think of the things that could come up with. Have you prepared for that situation? How are you going to justify your position? As you at least equip yourself with this knowledge, this will set you up for success. This will allow you to be confident. And as you say it and deliver it, your confidence builds. I often find that confidence comes after taking action. So that's my third tip. Take massive action. And I say massive because it feels big. It feels like a huge step because I am probably speaking among friends, but perfection is a big, big barrier. A lot of us want to be perfect before we proceed. And hence, taking massive action, and probably another word I should add in there is taking massive, uncomfortable action, is mandatory. And I don't think that we are doing this enough. Too often we wait for perfection. We wait for all the ducks to be in a row. But I think a more sensible approach is one I'll discuss a little bit later around reflection. So stay tuned for that one. So once you've taken that massive action, the next part of this is to celebrate. I'm assuming that you will have achieved your outcome. And even if it wasn't the outcome that you wanted, it is still great because you took action, right? You had courage, you prepared, you tackled that inner voice, you tackled that mindset that wasn't potentially serving you and switched it to something empowering, and you did it. So celebrate. Give yourself a subconscious pat on the back. Your brain actually loves this. Your brain feeds on it, and celebrating allows it to be seared in your brain as a reference point of success. And you can tell yourself and show yourself that you did it. You managed to get through that event. You managed to influence stakeholders. You managed to do all that, right? So give yourself a virtual pat on the back. a subconscious pat on the back, and do something physically as well to celebrate and make this an event. And journal. If you're someone who doesn't recall such excellent events, make sure you journal it. Journal it, keep track of these achievements, and this, in essence, builds your confidence. One of my new favorites is stop comparing yourself to others. Now, this is this has been so magnified now, particularly in the media, on our social media, which is in our pockets 24/7. We take it to us when we wake up in the morning. It's in there in the toilet with us, sadly, but truthfully. So the ability to compare yourself is present more often than not. So you need to be aware of that and to stop it. Again, what you feed your mind with impacts how you come across, what you believe. So if you're watching and looking at others and comparing yourself, well, I don't talk like that. I don't sound as assertive as that, or I don't have that business acumen or that financial strategic perspective on things. Don't compare yourself to others. It doesn't build confidence. Stop it. Compare yourself to the best version of you. Now, I can bet your bottom dollar that after you've done your preparation, after you've taken massive action, that you're a step closer to the best version of you. That's a much, much more helpful benchmark to continue to set and update and refine. And this leads into my reflection piece. Plan, do, check, act. You've planned it, you've done it. Now it's time to check, review what worked well. What could you have done differently? Think of it as your success GPS. In the same way as when you go or veer off track and you've landed and you've entered a destination into your GPS automatically will review the required pathway to get you to your destination. In a similar way, as you build confidence, make sure you factor in a period where you can reflect. Reflect on what's working well. Reflect on what's not working so well, so that you can repeat those that are working well and adjust those that are not. Simple, right? I think we overcomplicate things sometimes. So once you have reflected and adjusted, keep on keeping on. I have a couple more to go. Body language. Now this one is key. Your body language can show a whole lot. And it's the first thing that people actually notice. The cues that you give off are the cues that they receive and they download and then make, well, you could call it assumptions, or they can make a deduction. They summarize what their interaction with you has meant. So keep your shoulders back. Stand up straight. Don't fidget or move around. Don't dart your eyes around to the sides. Keep an eye on the target. Stand up straight. Feel that as if you're being pulled up by a string. All right? And put in the relevant emotions as well so that you come across as authentic. Be you, right? This is an important one. Should have been up at the top. Be you. Be authentically you. Leverage your strengths. Leverage your unique proposition, your unique experiences, what life has taught you, what you love, what you bring to the table. There is no other you. So why don't you talk about that? Why don't you embrace that and bring that with you? Bring that in your body language. Bring that confidence. It comes out. It comes out. Again, holding your hands. Where are your hands? Are they in your pockets? Probably that's a good place. Some people like that so that they don't twiddle their thumbs and fiddle around. Crossed arms show like a closed off feeling. It sort of shows that you're closed off to perhaps what's being said. So leave your arms uncrossed. Lean forward, lean into a message. Perhaps if you're seated, lean in and listen. And actually do listen. That helps to help you understand things and to move forward. But be aware of your body language. And a nice, interesting one that I think is an important factor is around your physiology, like really getting your body moving. Some people like to listen to some music that's upbeat. Some people like to listen to like some fight music, something that tells them that they're getting into the war zone, prepared to win, prepared to win. Scents are another big one. Perhaps putting your favorite perfume on, that just gives you an air of confidence, an air of, bringing your full self, hygiene, brushing your teeth, getting that makeup on, whatever makes you feel special, right? It's like the physiological stuff. Do whatever those routines are that you may need. Breathing, that's a nice one, because you would certainly have your heart racing. Everyone has this. Your heart will race as you start to, prepare for your moment to talk. So breathing is your friend. Change your breathing, change your life. And this brings me to my final point, which is repeat. Repeat all of this. Life will always require you to build your confidence, to retain your confidence. As you level up, as you get a new role, as you work your way up in your life and become responsible for more things, you will need to continue to build your confidence. So repeat. It's as simple as that. There's no magic wand. There's no secret bullet, silver bullet. Repeat all these things. Master the inner game. Focus on what you do want. Repeat. Practice, preparation. This is all what you need to continue to do to build your confidence. Practice. Celebrate those wins. Reflect and adjust. Where do you need to go? What do you need to change? What do you need to keep? Talk about those strengths. Leverage them. Manage your body language. Use your physiology. And repeat. I wish you all the success. Anything you liked and enjoyed from today, feel free to let me know in the comments below. And I've also got a guide, as usual, to help you to take these away and apply them whenever you need. So feel free to find that below in the comments. I'll see you on the next episode of Chronicles of a Female Engineer.